All right, guys, we're back. So it's been a bit, Danielle. Danielle went on her little tropical vacation for Thanksgiving. I guess you can maybe mention that if you want to. And then she got swamped with work, and so we've taken a bit of a break to the podcast because of that. So, but we're back today for a little short update, and I think one of the things we kind of wanted to discuss was, I think, this stress and work-life balance with crypto and kind of how it runs. And now that we've had a bit of a dip here in the market, people are maybe having a chance to get a bit of a breather from the whole madness of the FOMO and the bull market and stuff like that. So I think maybe you had some ideas you wanted to discuss in that regards. But first, I just wanted to ask you, how was your little Thanksgiving getaway and stuff?
It was really nice. We went to the U.S. Virgin Islands,
Wow.
to St. Thomas and to St. John. And I was able to fund the entire trip, and that included 3 adults and 2 kids, airfare and the Airbnb and all expenses with, drumroll, with crypto.
Woo!
Yeah.
Hopefully
so
the IRS is not
not
listening to this podcast.
That's why you're listening to this podcast, to figure out how it's done, right?
No, I'm saying hopefully
And
the
now
IRS is not listening.
The IRS can listen all they want because I pay my taxes, even
I
though they're
know, I'm just
hefty.
kidding.
Yeah, I still play the game. I don't mess with government games. But now we're back in the cold. I got these mittens yesterday in New York City on a lunch break. So speaking about stress and how to mitigate stress with crypto. So if you're watching this and you have anything invested in crypto, you'll know Friday was a big downturn, right?
We had a bunch of them. It was a mess.
There was, so I read about this. So there was an issue with leverage and it pushed the markets down. It wasn't wow manipulation or any conspiracy theory. It was a normal response and reaction to something in the space that I'm not even going to start to talk about because I'm not a financier and I don't know enough to start to pretend like I can get my head around what exactly happened. But when I read it, it made sense. So the market dipped, it tanked. So I'm just disclaimer, I'm not an expert on anything. All I know is how to trade this to make a profit. So I had friends staying with us Friday, and we were looking at our Coinbase because I was showing her how to go into Ethereum 2.0. And get this, she's registered in Florida, and she's not allowed to stake on 2.0 through Coinbase. So every state has their own laws.
Every state has. I'm surprised Florida's restrictive like that.
They allow her to buy. So in Florida, you can buy Ethereum, but you're not allowed to move anything into Ethereum 2.0 for stake. And I learned that looking at hers, it was blocked and it said not, you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So, and I know in
they're
New
having
York,
those hearings.
really
I want to maybe discuss that in maybe a brief update and a future update about what they said at the hearings yesterday. I have to review some of that stuff, but yeah, so stuff's starting to become more mainstream and on the radar. But with staking, like I'm not doing any KYC on the Maiar Exchange with the and I wanted to talk about that with the EGLD MEX liquidity, and that had a bit of a speed bump, but everybody's on that around the world, and it doesn't matter what state you're in, you can stake and then make their ridiculous rewards that they're bringing back in MEX tokens. So that's fun. But sorry, I kind of got you off topic. I do want to talk about that as well in a future update, but go
no,
ahead.
you're in the fast lane, Aaron. You're always in the fast lane.
What triggered my thought of that was that you said she's in Florida, so she's not allowed to stake ETH 2.0, stake to ETH 2, and I'm thinking like, yeah, that's the world we live in with all these centralized exchanges and all these, all these fingers, institutional fingers in the pot or in the pie, or I don't know what the cliche is. So, all right, so continue.
Yeah, so it's true. I mean, there's a lot of, here's the thing, we approach crypto very differently, which if anybody's watched this channel and they watch you and I talk about this, they'll know I'm super staid and very boring in the sense that I go through a reputable exchange. The only time I messed around with something off exchange was Uniswap. And it was hugely profitable. That was Shiba when I bought it in June before they listed on Coinbase.
Well, that's what you want to do. You want to get in before a Coinbase listing.
Right. And I get that. I guess for me, I'm more of like, I look at it more as this basically replaced my 401k. I've had so much better I don't want to say success, it's the wrong word. I've had better results with Coinbase than I ever have with like my 401k. It's just better returns. And people think crypto's risky. If you want to take the least risky route ever, then go to Coinbase. If you want to dabble in much higher upside, that's Aaron, that's you. You're in the exchanges where, like you just said, they don't have know your customer laws. They're more subject to issues, but they're way more subject to higher returns.
Right.
On the
I also like the philosophy of being independent from large institutions. That's one of the things that attracted me to the whole thing, and that's why.
Do you want to say that you're Canadian because you're like a libertarian Canadian living in America, and
I'm such a rare bird.
No, I don't think you're rare. I think people attracted to crypto are generally of your mindset. I feel like a renegade and a rebel just for getting into crypto in the first place, but I think you take it to a very different level.
So maybe guys in my Discord are way crazier than me, and I can never keep up with those guys. I try. Shout out to the Cyberwolves. I can never keep up with them, but we're always looking at new projects, like the newest thing that's coming around the corner, and no one even knows. Just 2 tweets about it, and it's like we've nailed it down, and we're doing like an analysis and surgery on all the components of it. But so let's talk about. You wanted to talk about profits. Do we have time to talk about that a little bit, like how you bought the dip? Because I wanted to talk about because bring in some practical use information for people who want to get into crypto and they're not going off the crazy deep end, decentralized exchanges, criminal crime syndicate gaming tokens and stuff like that. Shout out to my new followers from the Syndicate video. I got a lot of followers from there. They're probably not watching this, but I want to merge the 2 groups of audiences together, so hopefully people can get value from both. But let's talk about the buying the dip, taking profits, maybe with Tezos or something else. How did that go for you? Because I think you were pretty successful there, right?
Yeah, so since Friday, I've made $2,000 in profits. I'll explain exactly how I did it. If you guys follow my trades, here's the thing, Aaron, I'm doing it in real time so quickly that if we were to put up a post about it, it would have to be like 1 a.m. on Friday. Now, you want to talk about burnout and everything. So I worked a lot last week. My regular job is getting really, really busy lately. It's going to stay busy for the next 2 months. And then there's a bit of a break. So I took a hiatus from our podcast, from your podcast, Aaron, not ours.
Our podcast.
No, this is, you are the cool guy here. I'm just like hanging out, and
you're the one making $1,000 a day in trades, and I'm the one speculating on random crazy stuff.
Well, so here's exactly what happened. So, but I play in the marketplace a little differently than you. So if anybody copied this, they would have the same exact result. So I couldn't sleep very well because I was up late anyway. My friends came over. We were playing a silly board game with my son, and we were all up late. Some of us were drinking beer, some wine. I don't know. We were just having a good time. I can't tell you the last time I did that. Was like stayed up late, and I rarely have a drink of wine because it makes me feel so out of it the next day. So I was like, all right, I'll have a glass. We're having fun. And I see the market just doing like, see here, I'm going to come in your screen. It was doing a kamikaze.
This was Black Friday?
No, Friday after.
Okay, right.
Just this last Friday.
Okay.
December or something. And it was dropping really, really fast. So what I did is Tezos is a 4.63% APR. I saw it just like bleeding out. Now this is what I always talk about, this human reaction is to, oh my God, sell because I'm losing everything. I never do a fire sale like that. Instead, I go clearance shopping in the blue light special Kmart aisle when the drop is really severe and I see it just hitting, I'm talking about 10, 15% in 2 and 3 and 4 hours. That's extreme, right? Everything's heading down. I go shopping at Tezos. I see this thing drop to $3.63.
Tezos red tag sale.
I hit the red tag sale, yeah. So I picked up $1,000 of it. It raised back up to $558 yesterday and I was in a work meeting with my phone under the table making the trade. and it hit 558, and I took $2,000 profit off the top of that. There's still about 770 left in my account. There was a little bit of change left in from the previous trades, so that doesn't exactly equal out when you're doing the math here. But basically, I put 1,000 in, took 2,000 off, and there's still money in there.
So why Tezos? How did you know that was the one? Were you just watching the price action? What was happening in that moment in your mind that helped you make that decision?
So I struggle to explain exactly how I look at this, but basically that particular asset always dives hard and comes back out of it fast. It usually doesn't keep going down the kamikaze dive. But I wish I had an airplane here for props, because it's like an airplane just bombing.
You could use your mitt. You could use your mitten as like an airplane prop. It's like a colorful airplane.
This is a gift. These are hand done. These are handmade.
No, I'm saying use it as an airplane prop. Like pretend it's flying. Okay, never mind. I think we're annoying people now at this point.
And then here's what it did. Here's what it did after Friday. It started to recover, and then it dipped again. Mm-hmm. And then it started to recover, and then it dipped again. And then it started to recover yesterday. So yesterday was Wednesday. So I held tight for 5 days, and it did come back around. If I had to hold tight for 5 months, I'd never sell an asset below what I purchased it for, ever. I always wait for the comeback. Like, if Vanilla Ice can make a comeback, then crypto can make a comeback.
I think it'll be easier than that, yeah.
I think anything.
Dogami, the Petaverse is on Tezos. That's like where you have like a collection of your own little pet dogs, and those are the NFTs.
Yeah.
And there's going to be like a dog Petaverse game, and that they're running on Tezos, so that'll be interesting.
So I just want to tell you guys that I was able to buy some Christmas gifts with my crypto. So whatever, I decided to do a little shopping because I made the $2,000 in profits on the top of my regular 9 to 5. So I got my son this.
The beard?
It's the beard story for Christmas.
Wait.
And inside, you're washed. He's 19 on Saturday.
So does he have his beard yet?
Yeah, he's had it for like a year.
Nice.
He looks like a grizzly bear. He's such a cute guy. So I got him that. And then I got him this.
Nice. The Paw Father.
Says the Paw Father. He's half Italian, so. So crypto, I don't often change it back into fiat, but because Christmas is coming, I move some of it right into my Coinbase card because you get 4% back on. I should really be paid by Coinbase for this. You know how many times I've mentioned them and that I constantly use it it's like I use it as my personal money tree.
Well, guys, on that note, there's a free link in the description where I can get $10 with a free Bitcoin for her plug-in Coinbase on my YouTube channel.
Oh my God, do it. Do it. Because
I put that link in the bottom of everyone. Every time anybody signs up through my Coinbase link, I get free. You get free $10 Bitcoin. I get free $10 Bitcoin. It's a win-win.
You know what's crazy,
Danielle
though?
doesn't get anything.
But Aaron, I swear to you, I don't even care about like, we obviously don't have endorsements or anything. We're tiny, but I don't care about getting anything back. I just wish people understood how easy this is to use and how it liberates you. And financially, it's changed my entire life. And I've only been using it for like 1.5 years now. Previous to that, I was the ATM buyer. Or the Uniswap.
We know that story. Yeah, we know that story. So
So I put it all in the exchange, and if you're going to go shopping this year, try to do some local stuff that's handmade, because that T-shirt with the Paw Father actually benefits this. I'm going to plug something real quick. Now I'm going to plug something.
Go for it.
It's the first cat cafe. It's called Meow Parlor.
Is that in New York? Oh yeah, it is in New York.
In New York City. It's on 56 Hester Street in New York.
Nice.
And basically, you can go and you can get a cat and rescue a cat and get a cup of coffee at the same time. So you get to know your cat before you take it home.
So you rescue it for yourself. You don't rescue it like it's not given to like a home or something. You take it, rescue it. It's like it's an adoption center.
It's an adoption center that is like interactive. So you walk in. Hey, that would be good for the metaverse, right? You walk into this cat cafe and cats. You can pet them and look at them and see them, and they come up to you and they play, and you have a drink or whatever, and if you want to take a cat home or you just want to pet a cat, I'm not kidding. This is a thing that's very popular, and it's happening on the West Coast also. So New York's a
adoption
little
cafes. Nice. So I guess before we wrap it up, it's a shorter episode today. Before we wrap it up, just anything else you wanted to say regarding the whole work-life balance with the 24/7 cycle of crypto and how that might match with like, other lines of work. Your line of work is in those never-ending crazy cycles of like push.
Yeah, I was getting emails. So I'm alerted to emails, and they come in all hours of the night because I do a lot of work overseas.
Sound like you said you're allergic to emails?
No, I get alerts, and they can hear the chime on the alerts. I have to disable this, and they come in. It's very subtle, but it's like bing, 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 and I'm hearing these alerts. And I realized this morning, as I work in the fashion industry and I work from home, roughly every other day, and today it was just nonstop. And it occurred to me the thought that the New York Marathon was a month ago. I have some coworkers that ran in it, and I was like, this fashion industry is just like crypto in that it's a marathon that has no finish line at all.
Yeah.
So you're constantly in it. It trades 24/7 for crypto, and for fashion, it's 24/7 because I'm getting constant influx of emails from a lot of different countries, which I'm used to now. It's been a couple decades, but it's really important to set boundaries for yourself and to figure out how to shut it down sometimes.
Another example of that is like you're looking at a coin late at night and you're like, well, I could go and set this up and trade it and buy it now. Like, and if you're not on Coinbase, you got to go over to your whatever. Maybe you got to go over to your Dex and fund it and then swap it and check what the gas fees are and all that stuff. And so I didn't do that. There was a coin I was looking at last night, Bytes, the Alex Becker coin, and it was $90 and I wanted to get some. And I woke up this morning and it's $140. So like it pressures on you. The stock market closes. Most of the time your job closes for most people. But the crypto market never closes, and so that's why it's stressful. And I think taking forced breaks, those own breaks, that's why I made a video that not very many people watched on meditating for crypto investors. And it could be used for meditating for anybody, but I do have a video back 5 videos ago or whatever about meditation. And specifically I did it to sort of force yourself to take a break, a daily, like even if it's a 5 to 10 minute break from all the madness.
Yeah, you know what's crazy too is like, working from home is also a metaphor for all of this, because when you're working from home, you have to set up boundaries and breaks and times when you're not like, well, here's my boss emailing me at 8:00 on a Friday night, and just say, you know what, I need downtime. I need to shut this off. Mm-hmm. Like my hours vary. I can drop my kids off at school at 7:00 in the morning. I'm on from 7:30 a.m. to, I don't know, until we just taped this, like 11:30, 11:45, and then I'm back on from 12:30 or 1 in the afternoon until, I don't know. I think that creating boundaries in workspace, life, home is getting increasingly more blurred. And so you really have to carve those times out for yourself. And crypto, I normally am never up trading at 12:30 at night and 1 in the morning and watch, but I would happen to be up that night and saw it, and just, I took the opportunity when it dipped to swoop in there and get in. I just had a feeling after trading this for the past couple of years that it was gonna do this, it was gonna rebound like a basketball. It could have kept going down. So also that's another stressor, is the risk, the amount of risk you're willing to take.
Oh,
so
of course.
If you're not willing to take that risk, you could lose your $1,000, or you could put it, what I say, you want to frame this differently. Okay, so you take your $1,000, you can pretend you're putting it in escrow. So you're kind of freezing it, putting it on hold until it returns back up.
Right.
So just different ways of looking at the same thing.
Yeah, there's like there's sort of risk assessment and risk management strategies psychologically, ways to deal with it. But ultimately, crypto is always a risk. I mean, every investment's a risk. But I think most degens are going to be more interested in like, where are my profits? Where can I make money? So other than Tezos, what else? I guess let's just let's do this one last thought. Anything else you're looking at, or are you mostly playing in that pool right now, or have you got anything else that is on your radar?
I'm very interested in and I'm sorry, we need to edit your video later to put the correct name. It's BioC or BioOpen, and it's a new crypto that was just listed. It was listed on Coinbase, but I was waiting for it because it's trading about $6 today.
Okay.
It opened up around 4. It dramatically went up to like $22 a couple days ago, and now it's back down to $5-6. Basically, it's something to help with the congestion on Ethereum. Did I just say Ethereum?
On Earthworm, yeah, because that's basically what it is. It's the Earthworm of smart contracts.
The Earthworm congestion. So that is, I think, is really paramount to help to Ethereum going forward and reaching all their goals in 2.0. Without this, without different methods of coming in to ease that up and lower the price of using it, it's just not, it's going to get taken over by Solana or somebody else faster, more nimble. So
I think EGLD's gonna win in the end.
I agree with you 100%. The problem is it's not openly traded on a lot of, like, I don't even think you can get it on Binance right now, which is crazy town.
Because they're testing the DEX and they're adding new tokens into the mix. They're going to add Holoride, and now they've got the MEX token, and so as that grows, it's going to be introduced all over the place. But I think getting in now to EGLD might be a good idea. You can buy it on their own EGLD wallet, stake it on their app. The returns are crazy. I'm sure that people watching this already know about EGLD and the MEX pool, but if they don't, I can do a video on how it's been going. The exchange was down for a couple days because they were doing maintenance on it, and so they opened up a test net. And when I came back, like, the exchange was down for 3 days, and when I came back, there was just like $1,600 worth of rewards just sitting there, like from like 3 days down.
Wow.
So yeah.
So
that's fun.
Just because through your staking or through the?
Yeah, that was just like the staking for 3 days or whatever. So
that's nice. See, we're both making money, just in very different methods.
But we do different stuff. Anyways, all right, so cool. I think we'll keep this episode a little bit shorter, and we'll be back soon. So yeah, buy the dip and take profits, make profits. That's, I think, the message today. And don't stress yourself out too much, because crypto will smash your head into a brick wall. It always does that to me. So even though I'm making money, I still sometimes feel like I'm going crazy. So, all right, Danielle.
All right, see you later. Thanks for having me on, Aaron.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.